What is one of the places that I like to prepare the most for? It is a grid down scenario. Why would that be a big scenario for all of us? Is because our grid is incredibly fragile. Not a lot of people understand how fragile our grid is, let alone everything is being moved and pushed towards digital. Digital media, digital storage. You've got your digital, what are they? The banking systems, the crypto systems. You have all of these things and they take up so much power, and our grid is already extremely vulnerable. You have all of these storage facilities, the Amazon, all of those are all reaping off of the grid, and it wouldn't take much to take us down. All it would need is a quick EMP and everyone would be completely devastated, correct? Because look at where our money is stored. Our banks are now digital banks. There's no real cash anymore. This is the medium-sized gaming bag. It's designed for a gaming tower, but for me, I'm not gonna use it for a gaming system. I'm gonna use this for all my electronics. It's a very large bag, and it's made with 600D ballistic nylon and is water-resistant coating. The silent pocket, multi-shield, Faraday lining that blocks not only RFID, Bluetooth, GPS, Wi-Fi, cellular, EMF, radiation. This prevents EMPs and solar flares. It is rated for military standard 188-125-2 compliant. If you don't know what that means and you're just new to learning about Faraday bags and understanding EMP protection, that is based off of a high altitude electromagnetic pulse protection and testing, the military standard for testing. Now, let's figure out how much we can fit inside this giant bag, because this is the computer tower or the gaming tower bag, but I have a feeling we can fit a lot of things in here. First up, we gotta see how big this bag is. It is about half my body size, all right, you guys? Let me scoot all the way back so you guys can see how big this bag is compared to my body. It's about half the size of my body. So we're gonna fit a lot of things inside this bag that not everybody else is gonna think about. First thing I wanna do is I'm gonna put in a solar inverter. This one is just my Jackery 300. This is important. We're gonna be able to fit this guy inside of it, and also it's solar panels that come with it. Now, this bag is not big enough to fit my giant 200-watt solar panels. It is big enough to fit my smaller Jackery panels inside of it. Now, is it completely full? No, we can fit a lot more in it, so let's get more stuff inside of it, such as your hard drives, your ham radios, your GMR set, your power tools, because a power tool in an apocalyptic situation is gonna be perfect. You're gonna want that. We wanna work smarter, not harder. So I wanna have a system that can recharge it, and I want a system that needs to be charged. So I wanna put all my electronics inside this bag. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna store my ham radios in here. These ones are my husband's. He actually has set these up for specific communications along inside of our group. And then I'm gonna bring over some of the GMRs that I use and my hard drives. My laptop can fit inside of here. This bag is huge and its ratings are absolutely amazing. And you're gonna see a few ways that we know that we don't get a signal inside this bag. So I can't wait to show you guys. One of the best ways that I like to test is I take a GMR, I put it on an emergency radio frequency just for weather. It's just the weather channel, guys. And then I'm gonna lower it inside the bag without the bag completely sealed. I'm sure you guys can hear. I'm gonna bring my mic close so you guys can hear it. It's not getting a signal even with the bag completely open on the top. That's how you can tell you're working with some high rated material, because sometimes if it's not closed, you're still gonna be getting a signal. With the bag completely closed, no signal, which proves a lot to me, but we still gotta keep going. So next we're gonna bring down a cell phone. All right, so right here I have the 5-liter bag, and then I also have the size medium bag. I think the size large will be big enough to fit my generator in. I have to do the measurements, but the medium does fit my smaller Jackeries inside of it. Right here, I have my husband's cell phone. I just placed it, it's right here, inside this bag. And now I'm just going to roll it up just the way that they tell you to, because this is a dry bag. It's supposed to be completely waterproof. We're gonna test it. We're gonna soak his phone, you guys. And then I'm going to call his phone. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna keep it close to me so you guys can hear. It's not even ringing. I'm holding the thing so
your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
It doesn't get any signal inside of it. All right, now we're gonna test it with my phone, because you know, we gotta do it both ways, right? Because we can't just like cut and edit. That'd be weird. All right, so now I'm just gonna put my phone in, take his phone out, and then I'll do a test for you guys back and forth so you guys can see. It's not ringing. It's not going anywhere. Nothing. Okay. Now to show you, because I'm going to push the same button on both phones so you guys can see. Ba-da-dun-dun. You can hear it now. You hear it vibrating? Your call has been forwarded. Now, I'm going to call mine. I just put it up to the mic so you guys can hear it calling back and forth. But when it's inside the bags, it's getting no signal. Zero signal whatsoever, along with our radios, along with our ham radios. So if you're looking for Bluetooth blocking, hacking blocking, RFID, EMPs, solar flares, you name it, you're gonna want high grade material. You're gonna want something that's gonna stand up to the test of time. You're gonna wanna be able to test it with your electronics, whether it's cell phones, GMRs, emergency radio stations. You're gonna wanna test it no matter what. We've done ham radios, we've done the GMRs, we've done emergency radio frequencies, and then we did our cell phones, and it passed it passed my test for sure. So I don't see a reason why we would get nuked, because then the ground, it would take so long, and the radiation, the half-lives to take over. Honestly, I think the biggest threat to our entire country is hacking, EMPs, and taking down the grid. Those, I feel like that would cripple society, because we're now in a digital society. Nobody even banks with real cash. Everything is digital currency. We're becoming so reliant on those cybersecurity farms, and you see the data centers going up, the Amazon ones, everything is going up, and it's pulling so heavily from our grid. Our grid is incredibly fragile, and it would only take hacking, which we've seen across the threshold. We've seen hacking in hospitals, hacking currently at the airports. We've seen it everywhere. So an EMP hacking, I don't want my data out there. I don't want people to get a hold of that. So I store my hard drives in there, and this is something that I have been really getting stricter on in our household, is making sure that we are protecting ourselves, and we're also protecting our electronics, the ones that we are prepping, because when something happens, and it will happen at some point, you don't want to be the one that's floundering with nothing to hold on to. You want to be 10 times ahead of the game. So definitely approved, 100% approved. And now I got to go order one of the large bags, because I want to see if I can fit my larger solar panels in it. This one can fit my smaller solar panels in it, and along with smaller generators, but I want to see if I can fit something much larger in their large bags. As always, stay aware, stay prepared, always have your head on a swivel. I will catch you on the next one. What all can you fit inside of a silent medium-sized bag? Well, we're going to start exploring those options. First, we have to unrip it. And then I'm going to pull out a 2,000 watt plus battery expansion for my Jackery. She's a big one. Ta-da! Well, that one fits inside the bag.